done at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jameis now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Short throw to Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Jonnu Smith.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chris Jones drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Play fake, Murray. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On play action, it's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week,
he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Antonio Gibson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
A loss of 8 yards.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On third down, Winston. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, the ball.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and...
This is Barkley.
At the 49-yard line.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Washington, nothing.
Short yardage, Winston. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A 1st down throw for Winston. Throwing the out route and complete. That's James. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll throw again. Winston. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the Washington 1st down.
Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to...
And Winston lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. Past the 20.
Just say if they pay me, I'll do this for free.
And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
Randy Bullock.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First down, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down, Washington, on a pickup of 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Winston's
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Winston. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
1st and 10 at their own 25.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On second down, Winston again. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. While the trainers take a look. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He got 29 yards that time. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Another try for Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals add on.
That story that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the...
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Randy Bullock lining up.
Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded inside the 5. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. The 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, 89 yards. And the Cards continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
On 1st and 10, Winston. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Winston sacked.
Oh, man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. This one caught by Isabella. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 37 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Gurley. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Jameis to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Right there in the middle, 55. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw again. Murray gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now Murray off play action. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
Murray's pass intercepted by Washington.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Washington.
To throw, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to get a score back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
2nd and 2. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Off play action. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, 48 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now the Cardinals yet again lining up for the 2-point try.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
This is Gibson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Gibson on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Terry McLaurin.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Washington first down.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the run. Check back, 9-9. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Here we go. Wait, Alec. Hey, man. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
We'll find Gibson here complete.
Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston over the middle, complete. It's James. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Jameis again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Winston
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And down to the 20.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll walk him back half the distance. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. In 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And that'll be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
At the 49-yard line.
Play fake. Murray. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Following the interception, Winston. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down. From the gun, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James.
Winston's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Winston now. Smith catches left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition to fit. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a gain of 9.
Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock